Hey, welcome. Thanks for joining me in this video. In this video, I'll be sharing with you how you can rebalance your Robinhood portfolio. Now, I know that Robinhood has a way to show you how much you've invested in each stock in percentages, and that can be used easily if you can just do the quick math and get it figured out. But the issue is that once you start having a lot of investments or a lot of stocks that you invest in, these percentages will be all over the place. And unless you have like an Excel sheet or a spreadsheet that you could use to do these numbers and get down to the details, it might be quite difficult and challenging to rebalance your portfolio easily. The other thing is that with Robinhood offering the fractional shares functionality, it's even become easier to rebalance your portfolio. And the way that I'll do that is to actually show you this information on my screen. But before we go on, I would like you to know that there's another video that talks about reasons why we should rebalance our portfolio. So if you're interested in that video, check it out. But in order not to make the whole segment too long, I decided to split the video in two so that this particular video just focuses on showing you how you can rebalance your portfolio. All right, guys. So now I'm on my account for TipRanks. Now, tipranks.com, you can actually check it out. It's a free website that you can use to export some of your portfolio in a PDF file. You can use it for other things. There's so many functionalities that you can get out of it, and it's free. So check it out. Let me know what you think. But what I'm doing here is that once you log in, you can easily just go to Smart Portfolio and go to My Holdings. When you click on My Holdings, it's going to bring you to this page that we have here. Now, the purpose of coming to this page is to be able to download the Excel file that will help you to sort out your portfolio in a very quick way so that you can rebalance it. So I've downloaded that file, and once I open it, you see what it looks like. This is what it looks like, and basically you can see that it tells me the ticker symbols that I'm invested in and the percentages and all that information. Now with this, all you need to do is just copy this information here, and then you can use it on the Excel file that I've attached in this video. The reason why I've created this Excel file is to make the rebalancing a bit easier, especially if you want to achieve a balanced portfolio, like you want every investment to be equally balanced amongst the portfolio that you have. So in this case, I have Apple, Bank of America, Southwest, which is the same thing as what I have on this other Excel file. Like I said, the reason why you're downloading this is just to be able to copy and paste it. So that way, let's say you have 50 investments, you just copy and paste it, and every other thing will be automatically populated. So here you have the prices, which will be real time based on the last closing price, and that information will be put in. Then here you would have the number of shares that you hold for that company. So in this case, I have 4.05 shares of Apple, I have 12 of Bank of America, and so on. So this number you would have to put in yourself, and that's why it's in red. You have to put in yourself, and then this number is automatically populated based on number of shares multiplied by the current price. Tells you the amount, the value pretty much that you currently have, not the amount you invested, but the value that you currently have based on the last price. Now, with this information, this one is just a percentage of the total amount. All right. So in this case, the total amount that I have is 26.27, and the percentage of it is 49.15. So the percentage of my Apple stocks in this amount is 49, almost 50%. All right. So that's what all these numbers are there for. And then over here, it's telling us that if we want to achieve, a balanced portfolio, and we want to equally invest this amount to be equally invested in all these shares, then all we just need to do is pretty much, I already did the calculation in there, but all you're just doing is you're putting in this value, the total value here, which is automatically put in, divided by the number of companies, because we want to equally spread the money amongst all the companies, minus what the current value is. So if you look at the current value, it is 12.91. So if we subtract, after we divide those numbers, if we subtract it from the current value, we would get this amount, which means in order to achieve the balanced portfolio that we're seeking, we need to sell about $853 worth of shares of Apple. And then the same formula applies to all this side. But what this one means that we need to buy. That's why it's a plus. Here we need to buy, here we need to sell, here we need to buy, here we need to buy. So once we can execute this plan as it's shown, the portfolio and all these numbers would adjust and everything will be equally balanced. So the pies will be equally, spaced out and will be balanced. All right, guys, just to make sure this is clear, because I didn't really show this part in the previous section of that video, I just want to re-emphasize. Once you rebalance the way the numbers show, like we see here, sell 853 by this amount, sell this amount, and so on. What you're just trying to do is to have an equal amount spread out in all these companies. And I just give an example here. So for example, if we divided this number by 6, we would get 437.92. So which means we need to invest this amount in all the companies. However, by how much more do we need to be buying, or how much of shares should we need to be holding? And that is what this is saying. So in this case, we should only have this amount of Apple, we should only have this amount of Bank of America, we should only have this number of shares of Southwest, and it goes on like that. So I'm just trying to show this part just to let you know that these numbers work, and this is what the balanced portfolio in terms of the chart, this is what it's going to look like afterwards. But this is the end amount that will be invested in each of those companies. Now, why is this first section that I'm going to be sharing with you? Why is it important? Again, I'm just sharing this part just to let you see that these numbers work. But the reason why I'm sharing this part is that this is telling us how much we need to sell since we are overweighted in the Apple section. This is how much we need to buy in order to add to that portfolio to increase it and make it balanced. Okay, I hope this makes sense. I hope I've done a good job trying to explain this. So the question is, do you want to rebalance right away, or do you want to hold some companies more than the other? That is up to you. But this is just showing you a way to rebalance your portfolio. Like for me now, my plan is, okay, I'm going to be buying more of GE and try to increase some in there. But I'm waiting for my next move in terms of to see how it performs over time. If it keeps going up as I'm projecting or I'm predicting, then I will increase my position. But I already know what I need to do based on this information here. Now, I hope this is something that you find value in, and I hope that it helps you. Again, if you need some clarification, I can actually make another video, but I don't, this is something I'm just trying out. I don't know if people are really interested. I don't know if it's something that will gain people's attention. I don't even know if people are looking for this kind of solution, but if you find value in it and you think you want to have a clearer explanation of each cell and the formula and all that stuff, then I'll make another video. But if you think you're good, then you might be able to just use it the way it is. And don't worry about the beta here. The beta is just a volatility index, all right? Just telling us how volatile my portfolio is in relation to the market. So it's not too volatile, slightly higher. Ideally, the average is 1. So I'm just a bit, a little bit higher than that. But you don't have to worry about that information at all. So this is what is really important in this table at the end of the day. Well, that's all I got for you guys. I hope you have found value in this video. Please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in my next video.